In the Supreme Master Qinghai International Association relief news from India, the remote and mountainous regions of India are known for their harsh winter months, which can be particularly challenging for the Holy Land's wandering monks and nuns. Understanding firsthand the hardships they endure, Supreme Master Qinghai, as in the past years, recently offered $40,000 and asked our association members to bring them necessities. Over several weeks in December, our association relief teams in India delivered care packages consisting of thousands of items including warm clothes, blankets, shoes, socks, and hats, to bring a little comfort to some of the spiritual practitioners during their winter retreats. The relief work began in Rishikesh, located in the Himalayan foothills of India's northernmost state of Uttarakhand. Materials were distributed early in the morning to monks and nuns living temporarily in caves and small wooden huts along the Ganges River. Later, all the monks near the town of Uttarakashi in the Himalayan region were invited for a nutritious vegan lunch and dessert. They chanted mantras and prayed while relishing the delicious vegan meal. Afterward, 500 care packages were distributed, including winter clothes, double the blankets each, vegan dry foods, alternative living flyers, and Master's Key to Immediate Enlightenment sample booklets. As part of tradition, each monk was also respectfully offered dakshina, which is a small token of cash. Next, the relief team visited Gangotri, the origin of the Ganges River, and the town of Guptakashi, where a small number of monks were staying through the hard winter. Similar supplies were also distributed in the Saurashtra region on the west coast of India, at a place where up to 400 wandering monks circumambulate daily. Meanwhile, another relief team went to the northern state of Himachal Pradesh to bring aid to various regions. Seeing that many monks and nuns were in need of vegan shoes and slippers, the team was able to buy and distribute about 200 pairs. Our association members also traveled to Punjab state as well as the capital of New Delhi, where many monks and nuns belonging to different faiths passed through while on pilgrimages. Wherever the relief teams went, the venerable renunciates were very grateful for Master's concern, and some also showed keen interest in her teachings. We profoundly appreciate Master's loving example to seek out and care for those in need, and thank our association members from India for their sincere efforts. In heaven's mercy, may all the devoted spiritual practitioners and citizens of India be blessed with comfort, wellness, and tranquility.
United Kingdom approves new funding for humanitarian assistance to Ethiopia. The amount adds £29 million to the UK government's previously allocated support of over £46 million. This aid package will help provide food, water, and healthcare, benefiting conflict-affected people in northern Ethiopia, and will be delivered by United Nations agencies, including the World Food Programme and UNICEF, as well as the Ethiopia Humanitarian Fund. It is expected to reach over 100,000 malnourished children and 27,000 expecting and new mothers. Shelter, healthcare, and support will also be provided to youth in need who have fled their homes due to the conflict. The United Kingdom is a laureate of the Shining World Leadership for Caring Award, Shining World Wise Leadership Award, and Shining World Leadership Awards for Protection, Animal Protection, and Kindness. Thank you, United Kingdom Government, United Nations agencies, Ethiopia Humanitarian Fund, and all organizations involved for your urgent assistance. May all countries support one another in heaven's grace.
Researchers determine how alpha COVID-19 variant evades immune system. Scientists from the University College London in the United Kingdom and the University of California, San Francisco in the United States, recently discovered how the alpha variant of COVID-19 has evolved from the original strain to further bypass the immune system. Ordinarily, when a virus enters the nose, throat, or lungs, the body produces a protein called interferon, which works as an alarm to notify the innate immune system of the incoming intruder. However, it was found that the alpha strain creates and expands its own antagonism proteins that help to keep it hidden, thus allowing it a greater chance to multiply and take hold. Our gratitude, dedicated researchers, for your important discovery. In celestial harmony, may humanity soon make peace with the animal people kingdom, as we cherish and respect them as God's holy children.
Spanish minister urges dietary changes as climate solution. Spain's Minister of Consumer Affairs, His Excellency Alberto Garzón, a Shining World Brave Leadership Award laureate, has called for a reduction in meat consumption to mitigate greenhouse gases. As part of his plea, the minister has highlighted Spain's profound vulnerability to desertification, which he notes could change the country forever. Minister Garzón has been especially critical of the highly polluting animal people factories. He has cautioned that Spain consumes more meat than any other European Union nation, slaughtering 70 million animal persons and producing 7.6 million metric tons of meat annually. Spain is a laureate of 2 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion. Our appreciation, Your Excellency Alberto Garzón, for your courage to advocate for urgent, life-supporting dietary changes. May all humans grow in compassion and care for our wonderful creation and all its inhabitants in the radiance of the Providence.
Philippines abolishes child marriage. The President of the Philippines, His Excellency Rodrigo Duterte, signed a law on December 10, 2021, that bans all forms of child marriage, thus criminalizing the practice. Known as the Prohibition of Child Marriage Law, the legislation consolidates bills that were earlier passed by both the House of Representatives and the Senate and authorizes up to 12 years of prison time for perpetrators. The government is required to implement supportive policies such as mental health services and enhanced education opportunities to victims, and conduct anti-child marriage awareness programs. The United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, applauded the decision, saying child marriage is a violation of human rights that can cause a lifetime of suffering to young girls and their babies. The Philippines is a recipient of 3 Shining World Leadership Awards for Compassion and a Shining World Leadership Award for Wise Governance. Many thanks, Your Excellency Rodrigo Duterte and the government of the Philippines for ending child marriage. In God's wisdom, may all young girls have the opportunity to fully develop and become happy and contributing members of society.
81-year young man swims for charity along coast of Ireland. Paddy Cunahan from Arainmore NFH off the Donegal NFH coast is touring with his van, ducking and driving around Ireland with the intent of swimming at 3 to 4 piers daily. He has set up a GoFundMe page which has raised over 56,000 euros, well above its initial goal of 1,000 euro. All donations are going to a mental health counseling service called Chema's NFH Legacy of Hope. Mr. Cunahan chose to undertake his journey in winter to enhance the challenge and will likely finish covering the entire coast by next February. His van is well equipped with essentials, and an Instagram account, Ducking Driving for Chema's Legacy, has been established so the public can follow his endeavor. We are impressed, Paddy Cunahan. What a bold and caring action to help your fellow citizens. May your kind soul and selfless spirit encourage benevolence in many others in celestial kindness.
Another professional tennis player goes vegan. Australian professional tennis player Bernard Tomic, who was formerly ranked number 17 in the world, recently revealed that he has been vegan for 3 years. Mr. Tomic stated that he was inspired by Novak Djokovic of Serbia, who is currently the world number 1 male tennis player and also plant-based. Mr. Djokovic praises his compassionate diet for helping him to continue at the championship level for over 4 years. Nick Kyrgios, also of Australia, is another pro player who is vegan. He has stated, "I just don't believe in eating animals." Way to go, Bernard Tomic, Novak Djokovic and Nick Kyrgios for being great inspirations and highlighting the powerful health benefits and ethical reasons to be vegan. In heaven's goodwill, may the media and all influential people help raise awareness of the life-protective plant-based way.
Canadian veterinarians carry out perhaps first ever spinal surgery on bald eagle person. Surgeons at the Atlantic Veterinary College in Prince Edward Island, Canada, operated on a bald eagle person who could not walk or stand up due to a spinal cord injury. After observing the bird beauty for 2 weeks, the veterinarians concluded that spinal surgery was the only hope for his improvement. However, there was very little scientific data on how to conduct such procedures on bird people. The most similar surgery was performed on a penguin person 20 years ago. Nevertheless, the surgeons went ahead with the operation and found out that the eagle individual was able to stand up the next day. Bravo, medical experts at the Atlantic Veterinary College! We are inspired by your compassion and courage in exploring the frontiers of medicine. May the gorgeous bird fellows soon recover fully and be released back into the wild in God's watchful gaze.